I couldn't do off-screen stuff because, honestly, this is another... Excuse me. That's another knock against the guy's mechanic. For no reason, I could not change out of the lady outfit. It would not let me. Even if I hit abort memory, you know, leave the mission, and I went to open world, it just would not let me change. And I think that's really stupid because, like, okay, if you're on a mission, sure, they want you in a particular outfit, it's okay to lock you into it. But I'm out in the open world right now. That's not the right button. I'm in open world right now. No accepted mission, no mission objectives. But I cannot change. Actually, let me go to a changing booth to show you. Am I still on top of one or no? It's around the corner. Maybe it's just like, you know, when you first get to New York in Assassin's Creed 3 and it's like, no, you're not allowed to leave this mission. You have to go do this mission. But it's like the streets are cluttered now. I don't think they were cluttered before. So it... Oh, I gotta go around again. It's very, very possible that I just happened to stop at another one of those points. But it allowed me to leave the mission, so I really should be able to change. What's going on with those guys? Where's that guy going in such a hurry? See? It will not let me change. For no reason. I want to like the disguise mechanic. I think it's a cool idea and they really should revisit it, but I'm having a hard time enjoying the mechanic so far in this re-playthrough. Alright, let me come on over and go down the stairs sideways. Oh, it's over there. Wait, can I? I thought I had to be in the assassin outfit to do that. Okay, cool. Please don't crash again.
Señorita.
Bonsoir. I'm a friend of Captain Dominguez. Is he on board?
At this hour, El Capitan is at the tavern. Where else?
Thank you.
When he walked away, like, I think I said this in Assassin's Creed 3, I think it's cool that they bother to program them to try to actually place their feet on the steps instead of just treating the stairs like a ramp. But just then he had a moment where he skipped like 2 stairs, so he took a real wide stance. Hold button to enter high profile. Yeah, well, I don't need to. I just need eagle vision. I'm a lady eagle. It's over there. See, now I can move fast because I know where he is. I want to get there faster.
Farewell and adieu to your fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu to your ladies of Spain. Spain is the only thing I am. I am Carlos
Capitan,
Dominguez.
we meet again.
Do we? All 3 of you look familiar. But you're all welcome back to my cabin. I've manhood for...
I don't think.
Or we can consort right here.
What do you know about Rafael Joaquin de Ferrer?
I'm afraid he's not invited.
What's your business with him?
He pays for transport to and from New Orleans. That's all I do. Transport the things and get paid. Things, paid. Transport, paid. Back and forth and back.
What is he doing? Why New Orleans?
I do not know. Senor de Ferrer is a very secretive man.
Thank you for your time.
Really could have used a
Captain.
thud when he hit the ground. Can I change now? Okay, well, I'm still on the mission, so that's fair. This time, it makes sense. I can get past the barricade here. Why is there a barricade? What's going on? Pretty sure that barricade wasn't there before. Or these barricades. There are multiple. And painfully, they are not on the map. So, you know, try to make my way to a place, and it's like, oh, I'll go this way, and then I can't because it's a wall, and the map didn't say. Oh, upstairs. Is this the first time we've been upstairs? That's not in a cutscene.
Aveline, out and about as always.
But home to rest now, Papa.
Monsieur Blanc tells me you do a great service to my business. To our business. For it will be your husband someday.
Oh, Papa. You know I should sooner mind my own business than marry.
As stubborn as your mother, Jeanne. If only she could see you now.
But she can't.
No. But perhaps you are old enough now. It is not much. 1 page. But it is from her diary. You should have it.
Mama. Thank you, Papa.
Take the page, but he just handed it to me. Can I go do as I please now? Can I change my clothes? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What didn't the mission objective start here, but then I ended 1 floor higher? What? That's just a little disorienting. No, how about I don't start. Oh, but I can't go outside.
Papa, you surprised me.
I dared not interrupt. Your music is breathtaking. I dare say you could stop a man's heart.
You flatter me too much, Papa. The credit belongs to my teacher. I am but an instrument of his will.
How blessed we are with a daughter who uses her talents in peace, not to riot in the streets of New Orleans. There is so much unrest since the arrival of the Spanish.
Oh, that must explain the barricades.
Well, I don't want to keep you from your practice. I simply came with a message from Monsieur Blanc. At your leisure, he requests your assistance at the warehouse. Do take care when you go. The streets are not safe for a lady.
No need to worry, Papa.
I will try to restrain myself. I know your charm and grace will protect you like armor.
You could say that. Exit through the front door, which I wanted to do before. Investigate commotion. I don't hear commotion. I hear dog. I don't think I've ever seen a dog in this game. I don't know that there are dogs. Sure were dogs in the last game.
Torturers! Kidnappers!
We demand answers!
Unwashed scabs! Go back to your swamps!
How many more will disappear?
Get back, or I'll give you a reason to protest!
Oh no, not the Boston Massacre in New Orleans. I just headbutt him. Headbutted him as a lady.
Enough! The man is down. Don't abuse what little power you have.
Alright, let me go!
Now, what's this all about?
People have been turning up missing. Or not turning up, rather. That's why we...
But you have proof the Spanish are behind it?
Kidnappings have increased since they got here.
Increased?
Life was never easy. Now, it's worse.
Rioting will only worsen your plight. You need evidence.
And how are we going to get that?
I don't know. Yet.
Some help you are.
I was gonna loot him, but it's like, I'm gonna end up with notoriety if I do that. Dr. Gerald at the warehouse. Can I get through this barricade? Good. I think I'm realizing one of the things that makes this really look like a Vita game, even though it's definitely not being played on a Vita right now. It's the camera work. It's more distant because they don't want to zoom in and show how low quality the models were on the handheld. And then they just didn't change the cinematography in the HD remake because, you know, that's something I would not expect the remake to change.
I have a surprise for you. What do you think? To the unknowing eye, an unassuming warehouse. But to our brotherhood, your new headquarters. Agate takes his office in the swamp, but we thought you might prefer this for your business dealings. From this desk you can manage, or better still, expand your family's trading empire.
Okay. I don't think I messed with this before. Cursor over New Orleans, press info. Williams has selected the ship Jupiter by pressing the A button. Buy icon, no, the ship, the buy goods icon. Yes. You send ship, send a loaded ship to another port. Send ship. Send ship mode cursor over Havana. I think it could go to Havana in Assassin's Creed 4. I think Assassin's Creed 4 also has the same ship managing thing. Ship arrives at the destination because we'll sold out. And I don't think it has the oh right, that's the kill chain button. It's like let me press the what used to be the call assassin button.
All yours. And all of your guises are kept here.
And also in various other places
You have
around
a
the city.
private place to change your guise. And most importantly, your weapons and tools will be kept here. It is to your liking, then.
It's perfect.
In that case, I will leave you a quiet moment to familiarize yourself with everything.
Let me see what weapons I got. Probably nothing, because I don't think I really bought much. I got that. I got that. Okay, yep. Just as I suspected. Nothing. Basically nothing. Can I change now, please? Oh, I can change my hats from here. Yeah, I'll put the hat back on. See, the hood has the unfortunate side effect of unrendering her hair, and that just doesn't look good in cutscenes. Can I... Do I use this to... Yeah. Still...
Aveline, I've concocted a special instrument for you.
A parasol gun?
Parasol? I suppose I should thank you, but...
Allow me to demonstrate. See? Elegant and deadly.
See what?
Just like my lady.
I didn't see
Monsieur
anything
Blanc.
happen.
You do know me so well.
Ah, right.
Oh, I think it's shooting darts.
Business. Do you recall our rival, Monsieur Boucher, who was twice caught watering his wine?
Up to his old tricks again?
Now he claims our coffee erodes the nerves. He has erected a stall in the market by the docks and distributes handbills to that effect. Sales are impacted, and we have enough trouble keeping money in the company as it is.
Say no more. I'll see to it that he ceases his slander.
Kill witnesses to lower notoriety. Okay, but what about my item? Show me. Show it. Come on. Show it. Oh, okay. I think the parasol allows me to... So I'm reading the tutorial again. So yeah, parasol gun. We'll press X to shoot poison darts. Yeah, there we go. Poison darts from the parasol. So now I can do that as a lady. Which is neat. I definitely do not mind weapons being locked to guises. That makes sense. I leave through this door. Yeah, as I was saying, I know Assassin's Creed 4 has the ship managing, but I don't think that game or this game has the assassin managing. Probably because it's basically the same thing, whether you're sending ships out or sending assassins out to do things. It's basically the same idea. Now, where do I want to go for the mission? Is it that way? Oh yeah, I got past this barricade. I can go this way. Excuse me. I see that there is this. Now can I change, please? I would like to do the open world part of this open world game. Okay, fine. I mean, we are on sequence 3. I guess early sequences can be pretty scripted. Pretty railroaded. You don't get your assassin robes as Connor until, like, sequence 4.
Follow me.
Okay. Oh, I can't keep up with him with fast walk, but he's too slow for my run. Ah. Got pass prevent access to restricted areas. Didn't get to read it.
De Grand Prix Coffee
produces hives about the face and causes fit men to walk with a limp. Avoid the primitive muck water. Drink fine East India tea, the elixir of gentlemen.
What's the meaning of this?
I don't know, ma'am. They pay me to say what I'm told. I can't even read, I swear.
Where is your employer?
At his warehouse, no doubt. Please don't hurt me.
Remember when that guy in Assassin's Creed 2 was drinking coffee and then he's like, here, Ezio, try some. And then Ezio was like, I don't know if I like it. I think I'll stick to tea. Good times. I'm going the wrong way. What is I again? Is that the, I said guard outpost tower? Maybe I can stealthily deal with it with my new parasol gun. Or I can get in a fight. Come on. Come on. I don't get much of anything for oh, I can hit him blades. Hit him blades as a lady. Steal his stuff as a lady. 40 money. Dead bodies is illegal. It's illegal. But it's not like he can keep it where he's going. He's dead. Actually, no, he's not. I knocked him out. Oh, hey. I would auto change me to fists. Oh, that guy is dead. That, yeah. Oops. That is a ghost. She's a ghost. She just appeared out of nowhere. I saw her fade into existence. Oh, wait, what? Oh. That guy, press X to fire. Cool. I guess this is why they didn't want me to change, because they wanted me to... They want Parasol Gun tutorial. Oh, I have to load it. That's good to know. Good to be reminded I have to reload it. Reload it by the dice. Or not.
Don't kill me! What do you want?
Stop slandering the Grand Pre's reputation. Close your deceptive booth, clean the market of your insipid handbills, and issue a public apology.
All right, I'll apologize. I swear.
What's this? Coffee? How are you feeling? A touch nervous? Itchy?
All right, look, I'm desperate. I can't keep my slaves from escaping. I lose money every day, and all my stock is in tea. If everyone starts drinking coffee, I'll be through.
Anyone who keeps
can have
slaves
both.
deserves to lose them. Next time, remember, far worse things can haunt a man than lost business.
All right, ma'am.
Oh, I'm automatically back here. Okay, cool.
He'll be no more trouble.
I'll say. He's going bankrupt, selling off his shops. Care to, expand your empire?
Now
Has the
there's
other
an
ship come back
idea.
yet?
If I buy him out, I can pay his slaves a wage and set them on the path to freedom.
Certainly a more peaceful solution to your usual method of handling slavers. I'll keep a tally of properties available to buy and make sure my informants keep an eye on opportunities. Look for them.
Thank you, Gerald.
Oh, okay. We're out here to buy the shop. I forgot that came back in this game. It was funny. I was thinking about the dressing booths before, and it's like, oh yeah, you know, it's kind of like renovating shops in previous games, except you don't get paid for it. But now I do, because I can renovate these shops. And I know I'm sure it's not an intentional reference, but this dress reminds me of Ezio's outfit. Because it's got it's white with the red collar and the red sash, or red right around the waist. It's kind of like Ezio, at the very least, like Ezio's Brotherhood outfit. Return to the warehouse. So I assume I'm still on this story beat. I still got to stay in these clothes. Yeah, I guess that's the thing with when you start when a new business venture starts like that. You know, when people start drinking coffee. It's like, well, I don't know if my tea business is going to survive. Not knowing that, you know, there will still be people, you know, still be plenty enough people who prefer tea over coffee, that tea will still be a sustainable business. Or maybe sometimes people will drink coffee, but then instead of coffee, they'll drink tea as well. You know, drink both.
Gerald, I'm hearing about disappearing slaves again. I thought we ended that with Gouverneur Dabadi. But it happens again, and not only slaves now, but laborers, the poor. Where are they all going?
I'll set my informants on finding out.
No. I'll do it myself. They need help now.
May I suggest that you, start with Saint-Danger this time?
Yes. This is one case we won't solve at the garden party.
When you're ready to go, find me outside near the docks. I'll show you a faster way there.
Oh god, I can change now. Even if it won't let me do the other... Yeah, specifically wants assassin, but that's fine. I can free run now. What? I'm still in the hood. No, go back to the hat. Dude! Okay, hang on. My hat is too powerful. I'm sure we won't be having crashing issues when we move on to the next couple of games, which I also have on Switch. In fact, I would be willing to say that the only game after this that we would have any crashing issues with would be Unity, because that game is known for being very buggy, at least at launch. They probably fixed it by now. But you never know. I mean, I like to think that there's always hope a developer will patch things properly. I mean, apparently they didn't do that with this port, but you know, it's a port. And I suppose you could call it a cash grab in that sense, that they just slapped it on another console, called it HD, and then laughed to the bank. Okay, looks like I got the hat. So I should be spun again with the right outfit and the right hat. Yeah, I like to believe that Unity will be fixed by the... Oh, come on! You changed my hat. Changed my hood. Yeah, I'm gonna have faith that Unity, if I can access it anyway, I still don't really know. I think my brother said he has it digitally, so there might be freaking licensing issues with that because Xbox doesn't want you sharing your games on the same console. Oh wait, wrong thing. Should have got around the thing, but I guess I could fit through. Yeah, we live in a world where Fallout 76 is now considered playable. Okay, now let me back out. Try to do this slowly so it doesn't crash. like from what I've heard, Fallout 76 was patched enough to the point where it's like a respectable game now. And, you know, same thing happened with Cyberpunk. There we go. Cyberpunk had a pretty disastrous launch, but it's pretty stable now. And they even did the whole 2.0 thing. Yeah, I like to believe that there's... Dude, wait, does she always go downstairs kind of sideways? Or am I just imagining things? No? Whatever. Yeah, let's go around and get viewpoints while we can. As long as it doesn't throw me into a mission automatically. Take the boat to the bayou. Okay, yeah, I can safely ignore that. There's a diary page. I don't know if I've read the diary. So let's go get those so we can do that. But I will read it once we have all the pages, because that makes more sense. Get the full story uninterrupted. Yeah, I guess I'm just still thinking about Starfield. It's like, yeah, I know people hate it right now. They're really mad at this. Really mad at how uninspired and unimaginative, underwhelming the whole gameplay is. And I forget if I said this before, but it's not running well on my computer, so I am honestly not super compelled to play it a lot. But I want to hold on to that hope that if nothing else, then at least DLC. Oh, Witness, that's what that is. If nothing else, then at least DLC will work on the issues that Starfield has. Like, you know, the way space travel is. I understand that as a big complaint. But I like to imagine that's something they could fix. That's something that they could put time into reworking and then have it be the way people want it to be. Because like I said, they stuck with Fallout 76. That game was practically dead on arrival, and they stuck with it. I like to think that Bethesda would do the same with Starfield. Which one of you is the... Are you all witnesses? I think one of them got away. But I think that successfully lowered notoriety. I think I'm just gonna run around with the high assassin notoriety. Maybe not.
Of course, if you have enough money.
Maybe not worry too much about having it because... Thanks to Malin. Didn't realize he was an NPC in this game. Didn't realize he was around in New Orleans in 1768. Yeah, if I'm gonna get notoriety just for running on the rooftops, I'm just not gonna worry too much about having it as the assassin. I will be sure to clear up the lady's good name, though. Get rid of these witnesses. Oops, it's that guy. That guy. Where are you going? Where are you going? Yeah, see that? Cleared up my notoriety. So I guess it's the guy who runs away that I have to knock out. Not these guys. They're just a distraction. Man, that's good. Okay, that notoriety gained sound effect is starting to get annoying. Oh, a tree. Just go ahead and parkour through the tree. I still love that Assassin's Creed 3 added trees as a thing you could climb on. I don't know why she wasn't continuing to parkour there. She very well could have. It just feels so natural, you know? You're going through the city and then there's a tree there, but then you're running along the rooftop and then you jump off of the roof onto the tree and then onto the next roof. It just makes sense. $750. Would be kind of nice to put down multiple pins. I'll come back for that. Actually, I'll get this viewpoint, and then I'll go this way there, just in case walking along this way triggers a cutscene or something. Yeah, honestly, still thinking about Starfield. It's like, you know, certain elements of games, I don't think there's necessarily a window for, like, when something was acceptable to have in a game. You know, I think it's more about developer vision rather than, like, how old the mechanic is and if it should still be that way, or if it's, oh, it's 2023, games shouldn't be like that anymore. Like, I get things like quality of life and immersion, which, again, space travel and Starfield. I get how that's immersion breaking and it's not very fun to just, you sit down in your spaceship seat and then a cutscene plays and then it's a loading screen and then you're floating around in space and then you have to hit a button and then it's another loading screen and then you're on a planet. But I don't know. I don't think that in and of itself is like, oh, that's a dated gameplay mechanic. It's like, no, it's just poorly designed space travel. I think that's what people should be saying about it. And again, like, I know I've addressed it before. Like, oh, people say the gunplay is dated, and like, how is it dated? You point a gun at someone and then you pull the trigger and then they die. What's dated about that? I don't know. I think I was going somewhere with that train of thought, and then I kind of fizzled out. I don't know. I think there is something to be said for the little ways the Bethesda formula has changed throughout the years. Like, people say, like, oh, Starfield is just Oblivion in space. They haven't changed it's the exact same game since Oblivion. It's like, well, I mean, I get that, but also not really. Okay, please grab something! For example, oh, hey, my base is also a viewpoint. Okay? No, that's not gonna let me get up to somewhere. For example, like, okay, if the gameplay formula has been the exact same since Oblivion, let's compare Oblivion to Skyrim. And let me stop and scratch my nose. Like, I feel there is definitely a pretty, like, if you play both games, there are pretty noticeable, significant differences between Oblivion and Skyrim. Like, yeah, sure, it's the same core. You know, you get quests, and then, you know, it goes in a quest log, and then you do this and that and the other thing, and then you go back to the person. It's like, oh, thank you for doing the quest. Here's a ring, I guess. I don't know. And, you know, the dialogue system of you hit A on a person and it zooms in on their face. It's like, oh, hello, how are you doing? And then you get a little thing that's, you get to pick your options for what to say. Like, I get there are very obvious similarities. Especially with, okay, here's the thing I really do understand about calling Starfield dated, is the loading screens. Like, I didn't really think about it before, but when, like, playing Cyberpunk, there really aren't, like, the only loading screens that really pop up are when you fast travel, as far as I can remember. Like, I don't think the game has any loading screens when you go inside or go outside from inside. Which that I'm very confident in saying, because, like, you know, going to, like, the afterlife or something, you know, going to talk to, what's their face? Can't remember can't remember her name, which is, you know, the significant person that's there at the afterlife. I want to call her Mez, but that's not right. Wait, nope, don't. Okay, yeah, I can. Wait, no, 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 no! I'm walking now. No.
Aveline, simply come here when you need to travel out of town.
I know.
Business will cover any expense.
I know. I want to go back to doing stuff. Yeah, you go into the afterlife. So, you know, you drive there, or you fast travel to nearby, and then you walk over to the building, and then, you know, you go in through the door, and you go right down the stairs, you go into another door, you turn the corner, maybe say hi to the bartender, and there you go. You're at the... What's her face? Who's there at the afterlife? What is her name? I can't... Anyway. There's no loading screens involved, unless you fast travel. So I totally get that complaint with Starfield. Or with the the quote-unquote Bethesda formula in general. The idea of clicking on a door and the door pretends to open, but then it actually just throws you into a loading screen, and then it loads up a cell. Yeah, I can see how that's dated. I can see how that's no longer... Games shouldn't be like that in 2023. But it reminds me of people complaining about Pokemon, you know? People are like, oh, Pokemon sucks. It's just... It hasn't been good since Generation 3. The games were all bad. They don't do anything new anymore. So, well, have you really looked at the formula? Have you really looked at the core elements of each game and how, you know, how each game differs from the others? You know, I'm just gonna go through this way. Whatever. Who cares? Oh, get the blaze out. Okay. Press button. Mark him. Sure, get that guy. I have a third guy I can mark. I can't get the guy who's over... Excuse me, over there. Fine. I did it wrong. Okay, let me get that guy. Oh, I guess it changes based on position. That guy. Get that guy. Press B to execute for some reason. Like, okay, let me break down. Let me tell you how Skyrim is not just Oblivion again. Like, first of all, character creation. In Oblivion, you're... Oh, right, he's countering me. He's countering my counter. I gotta disarm him. You know, in Oblivion, you very specifically have to commit to a class. And you're asked to pick, like, what is it? 2 major skills and then, like, 4 minor skills. Getting to do that instead. And you have to commit to that stuff. You can't change it later. You can't decide, no, you know what? I do actually want to be able to cast destruction magic. You're committed. If you don't have destruction magic, you can't... Well, I don't know. Maybe you can level it up, but you don't get, like, the perk points. Contrast that to Skyrim, where there's no such thing as classes. You can make it all up. And the only thing stopping you from picking literally all the skills is your attention. Like, you know, if you decide to do one-handed and two-handed, well, you can't hold a two-handed weapon while holding a one-handed weapon. So you have to remember that, oh, you know, my two-handed skill is at level 50, but my one-handed is only level 47. How about I level up my one-handed now and I fight with one-handed for a while? It's like, that's exactly how Stephen George did it in his Let's Play, is he basically just kept leveling up by continually switching what skills he used. And he basically just leveled everything to 100. Because there was nothing stopping him from deciding, okay, well, you know what, I'm done with magic. My magic is fully leveled. How about I level up two-handed? Oh yeah, I had that hiding spot marked. What's going on with this guy? Hey, what are you doing? What's going on? They're still pushing on him, but he's not reacting anymore. He's too busy trying to remember where he's seen my hat. And of course, there's how magic works, which is very different between the two games. Because in Oblivion, you can't equip magic to your hands. It's one spell at a time. It's a very specific slot for it. Whereas in Skyrim, it's left hand, right hand. Then there's also power, which, if I remember right, is the same button in Oblivion. So if you want to use Fireball, or you want to switch to your, I don't know, like some skill that you have, some special like your race power. I think that's still a thing in Oblivion. You know, battle cry or whatever, like the Nords have. That lets you shout, and then I think it makes people scared of you. Or is that voice of the Emperor? Anyway, yeah, there's that. So they're in the same slot, so you can't have both of them equipped at once. But in Skyrim, you can have Fireball in left hand, Sword in right hand, Voice of the Emperor on your power button. It said new. Chimbuya. That's interesting. Let's see. Combo kill less, but chain kill more. Oh, go with that. How much is that? Oh, that is expensive. But you know what? I'm going to be opening more chests, so I might as well. Sorry, I had to scratch my head. Not over what I just did, but just because my head was itchy. Naval axe. Ooh. Did I use a bullet when I used my special combo kill power? I can buy dual pistols? I like how each of these pistols has its own icon. I would definitely like to save up for double pistols. That sounds pretty cool. I wonder if that's how much it costs to buy a second one, or if it's specifically a set that comes in two. Now set, there, down. Boop. It's a funny noise. Okay, and you are open for business, so you're not to buy. You're to sell. You're selling. Well, I'm not buying what you're selling, because I'm kind of broke right now. I'll fix that as soon as I open up a bunch more chests. Yeah, it's not a very big game. Pretty sure it's just this city. And then there's apparently out there. I don't remember doing that. Is that the bayou? I don't think it's the same map. Yeah, and then of course the lockpicking. That's a big one for me too, because I actually prefer Oblivion's lockpicking to Skyrim's lockpicking. Like it's a very different lockpicking minigame. And I don't know if people would argue like, oh, the lockpicking minigame doesn't make a difference. I don't know. Feels different to me. Like I just said, I prefer the Oblivion lockpicking, so that's a good incentive for me to play a thief in Oblivion, even though I rarely do that because I don't know that game that well, and I don't like doing stealth in games I don't really know that well. Because otherwise it's just a bunch of reloading to make sure I stay stealthy. Can actually level up and stuff. So I find it really trying to find the exact words, like meanly dismissive. That's not how people would phrase things, but get off of me. You know, it's just plain dismissive of the actual changes that have gone into the games. Like I'm sure I've already expressed enough how cool I think the new level up system is in Starfield. The new way you level up your skills. by actually using them and not just filling an arbitrary meter, but actually doing things. I mean, I guess in a sense you could still grind them, you know, to get to get to the next level of the jump pack. You just jump in combat, and it's like, well, you know, you could just wait to do it naturally, or you could just wait till your next combat encounter and then jump 10 times before you kill the enemies. But I still think that's I don't know if I'd say huge, but that's a significant improvement over, you know, you jump 10 times in battle and it's like, oh, your jump pack skill has gone from level 10 to level 11. Tune in next time when your jump pack skill is level 20 and I'll give you a perk. And I think for me that's the big thing, is like once you complete that level up, then you can spend the perk. Which, you know, I guess people do like their skill trees. There's nothing wrong with a skill tree, but I just appreciate that it's just there. You've leveled it up. Okay, now buy perk, and then you can, you know, spend a perk point, and then you get the bonus. Oh, the double counter. I guess what I just said isn't really. Stop bumping the mic, jeez. Get out of the way, Mike. Get out of the way when I'm scratching my shoulder. Yeah, what I just said really isn't that much of a difference. Whether it's a meter and then you buy a perk point, or a skill. I think I'm crossing my wires there with, like, you know, I remember Nakey Jakey in his video said that it's stupid that you have to buy the stealth meter. Like, you know, the meter where in all the other games when you crouch and it shows you how detected you are. You have to unlock that in Starfield. But at least looking at the skills in-game for myself, I think that's only, like, you get it on the first perk point you put into stealth. Like, literally, you unlock stealth, and there you go. You have the meter. Target is too far away. Well, what meter? Or what target? Which I think is... I get where he's coming from, but I think it's a change that makes sense because of the game's shooter nature. Like, you're gonna crouch to go behind cover, so you don't need a detected meter telling you you've been detected when you're not even stealthy. Like, obviously, if you're gonna be a stealthy character, you're gonna start with a background that has stealth from the get-go, so you're gonna have the stealth meter right away. I was gonna try to pickpocket him, because apparently if I pickpocket him, I can get assassin coins and get a new assassin outfit. What was that lady outfit? I don't remember. What do you got? I already bought that. Supplies. Full. Pocket watches. Still don't know what these do. Ah, you frowned me. Or try to find me again as I go this way. Excuse me, over a fence. Throat, stop gurgling. I'm trying to run away here. Jump on the lamp and then go this way. Still pretty fast climbing. Glad that hasn't changed. There was a diary page up here. I didn't even realize. But, you know, I guess it is fair for people to, you know, they play Cyberpunk and then they play Starfield and then they go, well, you know, there weren't all these loading screens in Cyberpunk, and then just not like Starfield. Like, that's perfectly fair. Like, I know I'm always saying, like, oh, well, I don't like when people compare games unfairly like that. It's like, yeah, I don't have to like it for it to be fair. Aha! She was in the hay the whole time! Is it over this wall? Or I could have taken the door, that works too. Get down. I think they just shot a lady. Oh, it's nuns. Hello. Where's the on the other side? Is that there? It is. Like I understand how someone playing one game and then playing another game can taint your perception of that other game. Like, you know, me and Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. How, sure, Brotherhood did do cool things, but because I had already seen those cool things in a game I played first that came later, you know, I probably should lower my notoriety. Oh, he took it all away. Thanks, man. It's like it's hard for me to enjoy Brotherhood because the new stuff it adds was stuff I had already seen in 3. So it wasn't really that exciting for me. It's kind of just more Assassin's Creed with a worse story because I didn't care for Cesare. I thought Cesare sucked and not in a fun way. Not like my vacuum cleaner robot. That sucks in a fun way. Because it's remote control and it's like it's like playing Luigi's Mansion but in real life. I didn't want you to go up, but okay. Maybe now I can get over the... Wait. I thought the chest was on that roof, but it's over there? Oh, I think I was trying to go up this way so I could go across on the tree. But yeah, I wish that people would at least take the evolution of a series into consideration when they... Oh, is this... The viewpoint's over there, then why is... It should have just been here. Whatever. It's like same thing with Pokemon. It's like, yeah, you can enjoy your Final Fantasies and Dragon Warriors more than Pokemon if you want. That's perfectly fine. But I think the series does deserve credit for the change it does have in it, you know? I shouldn't just be like, well, it's 2023. Actually, it's 2024 now. I forgot. New Year's was the other day. Is that, you know, people shouldn't be sitting around going, it's 2024 and Pokemon still doesn't have a story deeper than some evil organization wants to take over the world. Like, come on, Game Freak. It's like, well, what if they don't want to do that with their games? What if they want the stories to be the way that they are? I don't know. Oh, there's only 4 more viewpoints to get. Cool. Where's my money? There's my money. It's over in that corner. Just making sure I had enough of this. At the same time as me pressing the button to actually get it, so it didn't really matter anyway. And then if I get up on the roof, there should be a chest. Or maybe it's that roof. On the other... It's not the roof at all, it's over there. No, down? Drop? Thank you. But I guess it's really like more of a problem with the internet itself rather than people criticizing things. Because, you know, my whole experience with the Starfield thing was just people going, man, Starfield sucks and it's outdated, and then never really elaborating on what they mean by it being bad. And like, Nakey Jakey is the only person I've seen actually talk about why it's outdated. And then like, just yesterday a friend, actually I think it was 2 friends on Discord, were talking about it in a server we're in, and they were, you know, they expressed their opinions on the datedness as well. It's like, okay, yeah. They laid out actual thoughts, and it's like, okay, now I get it. Because, you know, if you just sit there and go, man, this game is bad because it's outdated, it's like, okay, well, I don't think it's outdated. You know, if all you're going to do is sit there and just shout the same keywords, it's outdated, it's bad, it's stupid, it's 2024, and games should not be like this. It's like, that's not really an argument, you know? Okay. Glitchy tree branch. But when you sit there and go, it's outdated because this and that, and, you know, this thing, and, you know, There shouldn't be a loading screen just to go inside an outhouse. It's like, okay, yeah, sure. That makes sense. That is bad design. That shouldn't be like that anymore. Can I hop this wall? Could I take this painting? You didn't have to slide there. You could have walked normally. Look, there's the nuns again. Oh, can I not? I was trying to buy them out. Oh, I can get more smoke bombs. That'd be cool. 8,000 for more poison darts. I definitely want that because that's like my only projectile weapon as the lady outfit. So I'm gonna want that. I'm gonna want more ammo. Just get the chests then. Because apparently if it says Rival's shop, that does not mean I can walk up and be like, hey, you want to work for me? I'll give you $12,000. I don't know how I bought that one then. The one that I did it for the tutorial and it's still unclear how that mechanic works. Which is not a good tutorial. Scratch my nose again. Stop itching. It's 2024. You shouldn't be itchy. I don't know that I should have been able to run through there, but then again, I don't know that it's really cluttered enough for me to not be able to. Oh, wait. If I go up... Yeah, there we go. There's a wire. I have no idea what that's supposed to be there for, but it's good for me for climbing. If I take this roof... What did you run into? Press drop instead of jump, and then I don't take fall damage because I didn't go high enough to hurt my shins. I guess I didn't really... Did I really finish that train of thought with, like, the problem with the internet? It's like... Yeah, the problem isn't that the internet doesn't like Starfield. The problem is that so many people just... Not only they don't elaborate on their thoughts, and they just go, haha, game bad, And they just, you know, basically just hate bandwagon. I lost my train of thought, dang it. I guess that kind of was the train of thought, is that it's not just that people don't like it, it's that they don't elaborate on their thoughts, and they exaggerate. And then, you know, you get people who complain about how bad Starfield is, who never even played Starfield. You know, that good old quote people like to pull up from Super Paper Mario. It was like, I love going on the internet and complaining about things, complaining about video games I've never played before. I keep running to the green, and it's like, no. You did not get your objective automatically updated with the next open world thing to go do. I'm actually kind of surprised that I haven't gained more notoriety by now. Okay, I see it. It's the church. Hey, there is a dog in the game. And I can't pet it. I would assume this is a feral dog. Just, you know, just a street dog. He's pretty well behaved for a street dog. I thought street dogs aren't well behaved. Then again, I guess people do rescue dogs off of the street and then have them as good. There's a cat too! Street cat! Pet the cat. Sorta, kinda. That's not really what I would call petting it, but okay. It's the same way in Assassin's Creed 3 as well. Man, it's 2024 and I don't stoop to pet the cat? Unplayable. What was I saying before I got distracted by the... Yeah, the people rescue pets off the street and then have them as perfectly normal house pets, so... I don't know that streets would really be a problem for the dog. I'm not a veterinarian or a pet psychologist. I'm just kind of saying words right now. Here's the thing I do wish is like became more of a common thing for games to have. You know, it's not a thing where I'm gonna complain about a game not having it, but maybe it should have been a thing that catches on. Being able to put multiple waypoints on your map. I can understand when it's like Grand Theft Auto or Cyberpunk, where when you place a marker, it automatically maps a GPS route to that marker. But when it doesn't do that, I feel like you could get away with placing a few, you know, a few of your own custom player waypoints like this. Did I hold the correct button? I thought I held the down button. Because it would, at least for open world games like this, I feel like it would make a lot of sense to be able to mark multiple things on your map and then run around and get them like I'm doing now. Except instead of opening up my map every time I collect a thing, I do it every 5 objects or something. Which I guess is part of what Breath of the Wild got so right about the open world formula, was you could put down multiple markers. You know, you could put down up to, not put up down to, put down up to 5 waypoint markers, and then you had like 100 map stickers where you could... Oh, that was Black Market guy. It's like, what? Why could I press A on that guy? Yeah, so you could have like 5 beacons pointing you in directions, but then you could also take note of on your map like 100 different points of interest. Which I guess isn't really a new thing for Zelda, because they did that in A Link Between Worlds in a way. Because you had the map on the touchscreen and you could put pins down. So you could use the pins to guide you towards the thing you wanted to go do. And then just glance down and it's like, oh yeah, there's the pin, and there I am relative to the pin, and I can just keep running towards the pin. You know, obviously it's not quite the same thing as what Breath of the Wild did. And it's not even... Arguably, it's not even a thing Breath of the Wild did, because you could do map beacons in Skyward Sword. I wonder if there's a market for, like, explaining how a series has evolved as the games went on. I'm starting to think that's that must be my thing. That must be a thing I enjoy doing, is seeing how games evolve and then telling people like, oh yeah, did you know that in this game you could do that? And then in the next game they made that mechanic even better? So I don't know that I've seen any YouTube videos doing exactly that, but I'm sure they exist. I'm sure I'm not the first person to think of that. Sorry, buddy, I'm gonna climb your stall so I can get on this church easier. Because again, that's why I'm doing this whole... Well, part of why I'm doing this whole Assassin's Creed thing is not just to do the... You know, get the story from... Basically from the beginning to whatever point I'm gonna play up to. And, you know, be up to date on the story and all the details and stuff. But also to watch the games evolve. which honestly is the most satisfying earlier in the series when the games were more rough, and you got to see them iron out the roughness. And frankly, I was surprised by how quickly the series started to iron out certain flaws, like, you know, climbing. Very surprised at how fast climbing was in 2, because I thought that wasn't a thing. I thought they didn't improve climbing speed until 3. And considering there were 3 games in Assassin's Creed 2's, I don't know if it's the same engine, but, you know, the same style, that it's good that the climbing was improved as early as the 2nd game. And I would really like to do that with Pokemon as well. But, excuse me, you know, those are RPGs, and I'm really not a good Pokemon player, so it would take me a long time, I'm sure. Stop hiccuping. I'm also waiting for them to possibly come to Virtual Console, but then, you know, this... Why would they give Pokemon away for free when they could sell it back to you again for the 8th time for $30 or something? Or probably more appropriately, why would they give us Red and Blue for free when they could just try to get us to buy Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee instead? There's a poem up there. Will this take me up there? Is this one of the things where you go up and you cut the rope and you're not one of those things? You totally look like it. Please climb it. I'm sure you could climb the tree. Fine, I'll go around. I was talking to a friend earlier. He was doing a was it like single Pokemon challenge of Red and Blue. I don't remember if he ever specified which version he was doing. I mean, he did say he was doing a mod that lets you, like, change rule sets and stuff. What was it called again? It was like Red, Blue... Some word that's like, you know, making sure the rules are being followed. How about I just, while I got the map open, how about I just peek over real quick? Scroll up in my DMs. Regulation Red Blue. There's the word. Kind of lost my train of thought looking for that. But, yeah. Regulation Red and Blue. And he informed, you know, more or less informed me. He wasn't doing it specifically to be like, did you know? He was just saying, like, you know, he was telling me his progress. And he mentioned Giovanni. It's like, oh, Giovanni is a gym leader? Because I remember him as the leader of Team Rocket, which is true, and he's a gym leader. And it kind of blows my mind to think that, you know, that is not something Pokemon does. They don't just do that. They don't just have evil gym leaders. They don't just have gym leaders who are also the leader of the evil organization trying to take over the world. And it's really cool to me how even in the first generation, they're not even following the quote-unquote Pokemon formula because they have stuff like that. Because in my mind, the Pokemon formula is gym leaders and evil team organization leaders are different people. all the people in the Pokemon formula are different characters. So you have your rival, who is different from gym leaders, who are different from the Elite Four, who are different from the champion, and the evil organization leader. All different people. So the fact that a gym leader is also trying to get my throat so dry that I'm coughing is what he's doing. The fact that the gym leader is also the evil organization guy is also a gym leader. It's like, wow. That's not the formula. That's really cool. It's like, what are you jumping to? You were supposed to stay on the roof and go up. It's like Red and Blue was also the first time that they had the champion also be your rival because he beats you there. Which is another thing that's like, that is not at all how the Pokemon formula goes. So it kind of blows my mind that the first games in the series even did that. Which I guess is part of why people look at certain games and go, ugh, story sucks. Because they don't always have surprises like that. Which I guess I can't really argue against. You know, if you weren't engaged by the story, then there's, you know, nothing really to say. You didn't like it. It wasn't your cup of tea. That's fine. Which I understand, like, not everyone shares my opinion, where it's like, well, you know, it's okay if the story's basic, as long as I enjoy the ride. There are people who want every story they view to be different in at least some ways, you know. Like, there are people who aren't content watching superhero movies and then watching the I want to say 3-act structure, but I don't know that it's going to work out to 3 acts, you know. Watching part 1, superhero origin. And then, or I guess I should say a chapter, so it makes more sense. Chapter 1, inciting incident. Superhero has powers. Superhero learns to use powers. Chapter 2, learning of the antagonist. Chapter 3, beating the antagonist. You know, superhero movies do have that similar flow, but they kind of have to by necessity. They got to introduce the superhero. They got to show you how they got their powers. And frankly, if they didn't do that, then you would have a bunch of people complaining that they're completely lost. It's like, why are they starting now? I don't understand this character. I wasn't there watching him get his powers. So he kind of just has powers out of nowhere. That doesn't make any sense. And you know, that's kind of just the nature of the world, really. There are people who are content with simple things, and then there are people who aren't. And there's not a problem with either way. That's just how people are. There's always going to be people one way and people in another way. Like Templars and Assassins. They will always be there. I'm trying to remember. There was a game. You know, Assassin's Creed 3 really liked to remind you that Templars think that their way is the right way because there will always be Templars. And there will always be Templars because there will always be people who think their way is the right way. So even if you destroy the Templar order, there will be a new order. Because there will be someone who comes by with the same idea of, hey, if everyone just followed the rules, there would be peace on Earth. And I want to say there was something in Revelations that said the same thing of the Assassins. That you can completely wipe out the Assassins and completely erase all, you know, kill all the Assassins and erase all history of them. And they'll come back. Because that's just how it is. There will always be people fighting for freedom. I think that was something that came up when I was reading about the Creed. Because I always think of the Creed as nothing is true everything is permitted. But that's not the creed. That's the maxim. Which I didn't know was a word. The creed is, you know, don't kill innocent people. Stay stealthy. And I forget the third thing. You know, it's all the stuff that Altair does in the beginning of the game that gets him almost killed. Almost killed for breaking the rules. Or trying to find the right word for, like, he was almost killed because he was a bad assassin and he needed to be... I'm running towards the wrong thing again. What? There is a word for that. That when someone is, like, not just executed, but they're executed under the reason of... I kind of want to say a contract, but that's not quite right. Yeah, when Altair was at the beginning of the game and he was being... I'm trying to think of a different word, like disowned. Close enough. You know, he broke the creed, not the maxim, the creed. He broke the creed because he believed so much that the maxim enabled him to do as he pleased, which was not the case. The maxim doesn't mean you can break the creed. The maxim means you follow the creed because it's a good idea. Which I was reading... Because I was reading that on the wiki because I wanted to see if multiple assassins all have, like, slightly different interpretations of nothing is true, everything is permitted. Because I know Ezio kind of interprets it differently than Altair did. And I think... I want to say Edward Kenway is the only other assassin who talks about the maxim with anyone. But I also feel like the guy from Origins also might have had something to say about it, but that's because, you know, Origins, he kind of is the reason it exists. But I don't fully remember. I also didn't want to read what Edward Kenway has to say about the maxim, because that would be spoilers, and I don't want to remember things I already know about Assassin's Creed 4 when I start to replay it. I want to be fresh. Okay, looks like that's all the stuff. You sure I can't buy that yet? Like, I guess I just have to wait for them to go out of business or something. Or maybe if I do enough ship missions. Let me go manage that real quick before I go and break. Oh, I missed a chest. Excuse me, but it's on the literal opposite side of the map, so I'll just try to remember to get that later. What was I saying about saying something about the maxim? I remember reading on the Creed's wiki page that there is... I don't remember which game brought this up, but I want to say it was probably like Brotherhood. So it's something I should have already probably should have already known about and just didn't pay close enough attention, I guess. Was that they have this thing called the Three Ironies, which is like they kill so that people will stop killing, and they blindly follow the creed because it requires absolute faith or something, which I thought is cool. Which is probably stuff that people have played these games. You know, more critical people have played these games and gone, well, how come they kill people, but they don't want to kill people? What are they shouting? And it's like they acknowledge it in game. It is ironic that they kill at the hopes of stopping bloodshed. And they do put a lot of faith, you know, one would even say blind faith, in their creed that tells you to think for yourself, basically. It is ironic, but it's kind of what you do. Ship list. Time docked, so it's back. Did I get money? Okay, so I select. I should still have a ship there, so I can select it. Buy goods. Tobacco. Yes. Send ship. I don't know what that is. I don't know if I have to be concerned with that. The whirlwind. So I spent about $5,000, and I'm gonna get about $6,000. I don't know what that was worth it, but I guess I have to level up my stuff, so I probably need to do that. Oh, it's not. I have a ship in New Orleans and I have a ship in Havana. Going to dock ships just manages all my ships. Let me buy... See what has a good balance between speed and cargo space. I'm thinking the Brigantine. I'll go broke buying it, but... No, I'll go schooner. I might hover over the schooner. This cotton looks more like a moldy donut. Okay, so I've got about $1,000 in cotton. Then I will send that cotton to Havana. Oh, it's showing me how much I will make off of the... Hang on. So I bought for 270, and it looks like I will sell for 350. Still not as much profit as I would hope, but profit is profit. And I assume I just have to keep trading back and forth to unlock more places to trade and more stuff to trade, and then I'll have more options for places to sell it, and then be able to sell it for higher prices by having more places that'll buy it for higher prices because they demand it more. Basically. It's a good time to go on break, because then I can give you a chance to just process what the heck I just said. Okay, we're back. And so are my ships. Because I just left it on the screen and they just kept going. So, where are they at again? I've got a schooner over there. I got Jupiter over there. Oh, they are... They are just docked at different places. Makes sense. And I can view them from that list. Let me see if I can afford another ship. Oh wait, let me see. So I can buy whatever that is for 400. And then, so for 470. I think I would rather keep selling cotton. I mean, I could still bring back tobacco, of course, on the way back, and I will do that in a moment, but I want to buy a new ship, but this time optimized for space rather than speed. So we'll go big and I'll buy 8,000 on an Ajax. Wait, why did they call it Ajax? Is it just a randomly generated name for it, I guess? Excuse me. So this way I can... to me, it doesn't really matter how slow they are. I realized that a little too late after buying that schooner. Realized that coming back to this is like, wait. Speed should just mean how long it takes to go to and from places. And it's probably going to be a good, you know, as they say, a hot minute between times I check this. So why don't I just go for the biggest ship I can buy in terms of storage space, and then just make big profit every time they go back and forth, rather than going back and forth a lot. So anyway, now I've got the new ship. I will try to max it out on cotton. And I'm broke. So now send ship to Havana. Still not as big of a profit as I would like, because didn't I have $4,000? So it's like it's $270 to buy it, and then I sell it for $350. So that's... Well, I'm trying to think of percentage. And I'll just spitballing a number. I want to say like a 35-40% increase in value between New Orleans and Havana. So not as much as I would hope, but still, it's like I said, it's a profit. So it's good. And since I can't really afford to stock my ship with tobacco, I'll just not leave port. I'll come back to that. I'm debating whether or not I want to start talking about something, because I know, like, I'm gonna have to stop talking once I get to the cutscene. It's like, who cares? Sometimes people are talking and then they have to interrupt themselves. Maybe I could go get that chest while I talk. That sounds like a good idea. Because it's just the one chest. Like, I'll be right back. Let's go there and back. It's not a big city. Especially if I stick to the road, I should be there. The road that is here. I should be there quickly. Face! Face, stop itching. So let me tell you how my day went yesterday. And it wasn't particularly bad, wasn't particularly good, just what I would call mildly interesting, I suppose. So first, I will tell you that I drank an energy drink yesterday, which You know, I don't think I'm really the kind of person an energy drink is marketed to. I don't really know who energy drinks are quote unquote supposed to be for. I guess like people who work like a desk job or something, they need to stay awake doing their desk job. Or maybe truckers, because truckers, you know, they also need to stay awake because they're driving a truck, and falling asleep while driving a truck, generally not a good thing, to my understanding. Oh, was that the chest I tried to get last time that I couldn't because I was the lady and I couldn't jump? It is, isn't it? Well, I can jump now, as evident by me grabbing for that. But yeah, you know, energy drinks energize, and it feels good to be energized. So I figure, you know, why not? Every now and then, have an energy drink. Maybe I can stock my ship with tobacco now that I have that $3,000. And, you know, energy drinks are gone after you drink them. So I'd like to try to make the most of them and do something, you know, not just sit around play video games high on an energy drink, because that's a waste. I don't need energy to play video games. Not really. I mean, not more than a normal day. I meant to vacuum yesterday, but I didn't. I would point to the carpet, but you can't see it. That was the only way I could think to build on that, to make that funny, aside from just saying I didn't. Anyway, I was kind of all over the place yesterday doing, you know, I would describe it as bouncing between things, which is funny because, or I find it a little funny because, you know, you think of someone with a lot of energy as bouncing off the walls. Well, I was bouncing, but not off the walls. I was bouncing between things. I was bouncing between projects, different things I've been drawing. And I got some stuff done, so that's good. I would not call the energy drink completely wasted. Oh, I'm not even close to the right dock. But I sat down and I drew this thing for about, I want to hazard a guess to say 3 hours? Maybe more, maybe less. And I started it by importing an image into. You're just saying the same thing, I think. Yeah, you're saying the same thing. Thank you. I gained money for doing that. After taking care of her father's business troubles, Aveline sets out to uncover the truth behind the mysterious disappearances of slaves and vagrants. Man, have I said yet, the loading screen chamber that they have in this game? Gorgeous. This is very, very good looking, with all the blue and orange. And now that I'm here, I should also go around and get the viewpoints and stuff that are on this map. Which are two. There are two. A whole two of them. And a splattering of chests. Which is good, because then I can keep talking and not feel bad for breaking up my thoughts too much. So I was drawing, and I started off by drag and dropping my reference image into Clip Studio Paint, which I didn't realize is a bad idea, because it was giving me an error. It was saying something about like, oh, if you save this, you won't be able to save the layer information, something like that. I didn't know what it meant. I just assumed it meant like, oh, it won't be able to save whatever I change on the reference image that I imported. So I kind of just ignored it. Get off the canoe. And there's a page right there. And I'm scratching my face again. Stop itching, face. So that, you know, I drag and drop, drag and drop to import the image as a reference. And then I spend however many hours drawing the thing and, you know, having multiple layers, including well, I had the vector layer, because I always do vector layers for my lines. and I had the reference lines that I was using to make the face proportions correct. I had those on the same vector layer as the main outlines. Yes, tutorial, thank you. I can canoe. Can you see I can canoe? Please, go away. Left, right, reverse. Thank you. I have done the things. Can you go away now? So I kept them as I saved, and then when I go to export it, you know, I delete the reference lines because they're only there for reference. They're not supposed to be in the main image. And I exported it as a JPG. Is that JPEG? Because I feel like there is a JPEG, so that JPG is different from a JPEG. I don't know. I don't know file formats. Let's just go with JPEG. So I export it as a JPEG, and then I realize, oh, that's right. JPEGs don't have transparency, or at least they don't if you don't give them transparency, which I guess I didn't. So it had a white background rather than having no background at all. And I had already closed Clip Studio Paint because I'm like, okay, well, you know, if there's any errors that I need to fix, I can just reopen it, re-export it. It's whatever. It's not a big deal. And then I did reopen it because of this. You know, I reopened it and like, oh, I'll just export it as a PNG because I know PNGs have transparency. They let you do that. I open it and everything became one layer. Smashed together. Reference lines, outline, color, reference images, all became one. Which, if you don't know, is not a good thing, because having them on separate layers means you get to manage them differently. So you can delete, like, just, you know, you grab your reference image layer and then delete it, and there you go, it's gone. But when they get smashed together as one image, you can't just delete the reference image. Especially if you were drawing over the reference image. So now you know, it's fused together. It's stuck. It has been melted on top of the image you wanted to delete, which I suppose you could salvage by intricately erasing that stuff, but that's more like a Photoshop thing. I don't use Photoshop. I don't have Photoshop. I have never taken a Photoshop class. So that is not a skill I have. I do not have the skill of just erasing a background for, you know, basically green screening a thing onto or off of another thing. I mean, I know how to chroma key. I'm not saying I can't chroma key. I have basic understanding of chroma keying. Because it's not hard to understand. You just pick the color that you want the chroma key to key, and then it does it, and you can adjust. Which is why it's an art and not a science. But yeah, they got fused together, and there was no easy way to save it or to salvage it. Because, you know, it's like, oh, well, if there was an error, I just open the file again and fix it. That was the file being opened. So, like 3 or so hours of work ruined because I didn't realize that something like that would happen if I start by drag and dropping an image for my reference. So now I know. Next time I want to do a thing, why did it fade to black? Next time I want to draw something, start from scratch. Click the new button, and then import an image. I still wish you could drag and drop into Clip Studio Paint instead of having to click import every time. But maybe there's some extension I don't know about. There you go. Oh, there's a page over there. I was gonna call it a poem. No, it's a diary. Is it in the tree? I think it's in the tree. And let me tell you, that was a bad feeling. A bad feeling realizing I spent several hours on a thing and then accidentally ruined it because I didn't realize how saving worked. I was pretty bummed. But I wasn't happy with the result to begin with. So even if I didn't have the problem of, oops, I saved it as a JPEG instead of PNG, let me just go fix that. Oh wait, I can't because it's broken. Then I probably would have wanted to start over anyway, so I'm just gonna take it as a blessing in disguise and use it as a very, very good reason to start over from scratch and do it better this time. So it's not a... It was a waste of time and energy drink. Not quite time and energy, more like energy drink, more specifically. It was a waste of 3 hours of energy drink. But oh well. I have more in the fridge. I have tomorrow, probably, assuming I don't die in my sleep or something. Which is... maybe thought I shouldn't be thinking about. But yeah, there's tomorrow. There's more drinks in the fridge. I can start over. It's not that big of a deal. Now let me tell you how my today went. So, I don't know if I mentioned, I got some new Zivas recently. I got Omega Guard. Which, fun story about buying him. Look, I guess it's not fun, might be an exaggeration, but anyway. I bought it. Bought it off of eBay December 26th, which I don't know if sellers are happy when December 26th comes around and they get to, you know, that influx of people spending their Christmas money like I just did, or if they're annoyed because like, oh man, I gotta put this thing in the mail on December 26th. Can't I just enjoy my holiday off? I don't know. I guess it probably varies between sellers. And of course, you know, being so close to New Year's, it's like, well, when it's shipping, it's not going to make any progress on New Year's, probably New Year's Eve, and definitely New Year's Day. But, and I swear I had this problem last year, too. Or at least the last few times I've bought Zivas off of eBay, as I buy it, like, so close to a weekend, so it has that time to ship, but then the weekend happens, and it's just sitting there, not making any progress for a whole weekend. Which is not really a problem. Like, the mail comes when it comes. But me being excited to get my thing is like, oh man, it didn't come today, and it won't come tomorrow because it's Sunday. It's just a little frustrating. But then you do that exact thing. Actually, I think no, the 26th was a Tuesday, so it had a few days to get the move on. But then when it didn't come Saturday, I'm like, oh man, not only am I gonna have to wait tomorrow, well, the rest of today, and then tomorrow, but then also New Year's Day on Monday. But then I didn't. I didn't have to wait because, weirdly enough, it came that Sunday. You know, the day where universally, holiday or not, mail typically does not arrive. It came on Sunday. It's like, okay, cool, I'll take it. And I know, like, some shipping... Excuse me. Some shipping services do operate on Sundays. But the, you know, the traditional mail, I believe, you know, USPS, I think it is, the mail that comes every day but Sunday, does not move on Sunday. I set up that train of thought wrong, but you get it. And the package was not coming through, like, UPS which had the potential to come on Sunday. It was coming through USPS, so I figured, oh, it is definitely not coming Sunday. Somehow it came Sunday, so that was cool. Very exciting. I guess it was like, it had a priority shipping on it, which I think I paid like $14 for the shipping, so I guess it's good it came on a Sunday. Paid $14 for the shipping, it came on Sunday. And it would have been especially frustrating if it didn't come Sunday, because I did check the tracking. It was, I think it was that Saturday. Like, after the mail had come, and it's like, oh, it didn't come today. I guess it's coming Tuesday. I checked the tracking. Oh, there's a shed over there. Is that my mentor's place? I don't think so. Yeah, I checked the tracking, and it said it was in my state in a distribution center. So it would have killed me having that sit there in the distribution center, which to my understanding is like the last step before it's out for delivery and actually shows up at my mailbox. Having it sit there in that facility for 2 days, not moving. Again, I understand it, but at the same time, it would have killed me. But, you know, I am alive because that did not happen. I don't know if that sounded as much of a joke as I meant for it to. Anyway, the main thing I meant to talk about today, rather than rambling about Omega Guard shipping. So I wanted to see how strong his game pieces are. So I was doing a game with myself today. I'm trying to pit him against the other repaint that I have, Grimskull. Low control battery. Hang on, the cable's right here. I just gotta plug it in. Okay, I missed a step. I gotta unravel it and then I plug it in. And that is this step, which is where I plug it in right now, and it is plugged in. And stop bumping the mic. I can get a mic stand that doesn't move, so I can stop bumping it, or at least not care when I bump it. Anyway. Good to go. Close the drawer. Now I'm good to go. I was doing a mock game with myself, and I use the way you're supposed to play Zivaz is whenever you take health damage, you remove a part from the figure. Whoa! Ah, cat. Bobcat. Swamp Bobcat. Let me come up here where it's a little bit more fair. Hello? There you are. Pew! Freaking Sonic the Hedgehog over here. Sonic the Bayou Bobcat. Come here, you. Come here. Come here. You start this fight, I'm gonna finish it. I do feel bad about killing it, but it's self-defense. Skin it. Skin it. I guess you can't do that in this game. Okay. So instead of removing parts off of the figures, because that's, you know, then you have to put it back together when you're done. It's a little bit of a hassle. So I downloaded a Magic the Gathering health tracker on my computer. And I just realized health trackers, like, well, are you tracking HP or are you tracking your amount of steps taken a day? That's a fitness tracker, not a health tracker. Yeah, so I had that going on my computer, and then the power randomly went out. So while I was doing my test game, my health display went away because it was powered by electricity. That was a little annoying. But then the power came back after like a minute. And I just decided to start over, and then Omega Guard won. So that's about all I have to say about how my day went. I did do a little dueling. But otherwise I don't think I did anything noteworthy. Oh, there's a chest here too. Or no. Excuse me, viewpoint. Get up there. Yeah, there we go. Climb the door, and then the window. Man, this would be a great time to have the hook blade. I mean, that works too. That was still possibly even faster than the hook blade itself. But the hook blade is fun because it's got that springy feeling to it. You know, it may not be faster, but it feels better. Game feel is important. You know, whether or not you actually are powerful in a given situation in a game is irrelevant. The important part is feeling powerful. Oh, there was both. There was a chest and a viewpoint and win. Oh, sorry. I can't synchronize from there. I have to be here on the pulley. Not whatever that was. It's like a pulley with extra support. What do you need with all that extra support, pulley? We pulling that needs more support. And that's the last viewpoint in the swamp. And probably in the game. I'm probably gonna get in trouble trying to get in this fort. I mean, it's not a restricted area. I guess it'll be fine, but they're not gonna be happy with me climbing on their walls. We get my hidden plates out so I don't kick a guy into a wall again. I can't even climb this, like this specific part right here. Oh, that's not a lip you can grab. It's just funny shading. Well, I guess let's just take the front door. Already killed one guy. What's two more? And now I have enough energy to chain kill. Cool. People start to get mad at me for being in their fort. I can just cane chill them. Chain kill them. Oh, good, there's stairs. I don't have to climb anything but the stairs. Never mind, it's a ramp. You climb a ramp like you do climb. You know, going upstairs is considered climbing the stairs. But what about a ramp? When you go up a ramp, is that climbing a ramp? Or is that just ascending a ramp? Is that all the stuff? It is all the stuff. There's a rival tailor shop. And now we can finally go do an actual story mission. I mean, aside from all the ones I had to do up to the point where I can change my clothes. Which I guess was technically like 2. So we're finally doing a 3rd mission for this stream. Die faster, I want your loot. Smoke bomb. I guess I never did fill up my pouch after buying a new one. Oh, I didn't get hurt. I mean, I guess that doesn't really matter. Doesn't my health regenerate? Like, this is after 3. And 3 introduced regenerating health, so I don't know why this game would not have regenerating health. Get that canoe tutorial again. Yeah! Tell me how to canoe. Is this that shed I saw before where I was like, is that my mentor's place? Oh no, this is town. And the mission is here. Right here.
Eileen, what troubles you?
I'm investigating new reports of disappearances. Are you missing anyone?
It does seem that way. But so many rest here before moving on. It is not always apparent where or why a man has gone. Your friend, Elise, hires many people to work. She may know better.
Perhaps.
I feel a great change coming. You will face powerful foes. Please, take this. A new poison I have been testing. It makes the victim momentarily hysterical.
Thank you, Venerable One.
Is that frenzy poison, or is that just distraction poison? I don't fully remember.
Evelyn, old girl, where you been? The swamp's not the same without you. The gators are getting uppity.
Oh, you know, business demands and piano recitals. How I've missed the Bayou air. It has the scent of action about it.
Among other things. Listen, I'm glad you're here. The other day I saw something and I said to myself, Elise, old girl, something's not right. Convoys loaded with the strangest cargo. People. Dozens of them.
Where were they headed?
I can't say, but I know where they came from. The fort.
Will you show me the place?
Thought you'd never ask. Meet me tomorrow. I'll mark your map.
Okay, go that way. Oh, sorry. Got a point. I can't tell I'm an assassin. Yeah, I was gonna say assassin business, and it's like, wait, that doesn't work because that's you wouldn't bump into someone and then say, sorry, I'm an assassin. Oh, the tree path is taking me this way. And I could have jumped out of them, but, you know, let's follow them to their natural conclusion. And then look at another path! Maybe this one will bend towards my objective. It kind of looks like it does. Let's go in. Yeah, it'll go that way. Yeah. Trees. Get a good look at all the trees in this game, because next game's gonna be at sea.
We can catch it at the bend. I'll race you.
And it's not like there won't be trees, but there'll be way less of them because we'll be at sea. I don't know why she said she's racing me. Oh, there's a poem over here. Or the page. The diary. Which I should read after this. If I can. I don't know where to go to read them. Although I'm not sure I actually have all of them, because apparently there's one over there. There were checkpoints to that? I didn't notice. Hang on, I gotta go get a collectible. I think I hear it glistening. Did it jump it? Yeah, there we go. Is that a database thing, maybe? Let me take a quick sec to check it. People. I should take a moment to read all of these. If not on screen, at least off screen, so I understand the context of them better. DNA, Citizen E. Oh, look at that. I got full sync on everything except this one. Kill the governor using a musket. I got full sync on everything but those two. Full sync on everything so far. Almost makes me wonder if full sync in this game is easier than others. But even so, I don't know that I'm inclined to... There we go. to do it anyway. Okay, yeah, now I know where to go to read that, so... I'm gonna prepare my voice. I'm gonna have to read all that later, after this mission. Get through the trees, please. Or can I just go around town? Okay. They started me in grass, so it makes me think that they want me to maybe try out that new poison I just got. I'll also equip the hatchet in case the... What? Is it... Oh, it's up and down. It's not a wheel that you point to the thing you want, like in Assassin's Creed Revelations. Why did I say the full title? I could have just said Revelations. Were they... They weren't always fast poison, were they? Okay. Camera is determining that I want that guy instead, apparently. Wait, what did it say? Choose... Choose with X? Not on that, apparently. I don't see it changing. I don't think that was different poison. Too bad this isn't like Assassin's Creed 3 where... At that time I did need the Assassin's Creed part. Where you can go into the pause menu and then see the last viewed... Or most recently sent messages in the corner. I didn't hold it long enough to fire. Boop. Can I, like, drop assassinate them maybe? No. I can't whistle from grass anymore. Let me see if I can get in this tree. Can I go high enough? Oh well. I got enough poison. Why don't I just poison dart them all? Not that guy. You already got that guy. Yeah, that guy. Not that guy. Get the other guy. Then they didn't know what hit him. It was me. I hit him.
Some of them have worked for me.
Or technically, the darts hit him.
Crispé. A word?
I sent the darts.
Elise, what are you doing here?
What does it look like? Rescuing you.
From what? Employment? Freedom?
Crispé, these chains don't exactly say freedom to me.
Temporary discomforts. Too many workers escaped the last voyage without paying their fare. We'll be released once we reach the worksite.
These terms don't concern you.
Elise, everything in this life concerns me. But I can survive a little longer, till we get south to freedom.
I don't trust this. Crispé, I promise we'll get to the bottom of this.
But...
We should investigate the fort while the time is ripe. With all the soldiers in town, there can't be many left.
Elise!
I like your thinking.
Good. I'll scout ahead. Find me at the bridge. And Crispé, keep out of trouble.
While we go stir some.
Right. Thanks.
Okay, but can I loot the dead bodies are gone. Okay. It was kind of short. You want to do another one? I want to do another one. You won't have time to answer. Because technically I'm talking to no one right now. But it's fine. I don't care. I do this every day anyway. It doesn't matter if anyone's watching anyway. Stop talking about that. There was something else I wanted to say. From the cutscene. Yeah, I'm sure it's Chris Fay was being lied to, and it was not a matter of, oh, we're gonna let you go. We're gonna take the chains off once we get to our destination. We're just trying to make sure you don't run away without paying. But even if that were the case, like, I don't know about back then, but I'm pretty sure that's illegal now. You can't just handcuff a guy until he gets out your Uber.
The highest ranking man I've seen is a teniente. He's lightly protected, but the fort is so big, we'll need to be smart to find him.
I think we can handle that.
Oh, one thing confuses me. What would the Spanish want with the people of Saint-Danger? Why them? Why now?
This isn't the first time I've detected irregular activity around the Spanish. When they were first taking over, I stumbled on a plot to control the gouverneur and divert slaves to some underground project.
And?
I thought I made sure it wouldn't happen again.
Let's go make doubly sure.
Just walking on. Okay. Eliminate guards, remain undetected. I think it's interesting that there was a French word for lieutenant, because I would have assumed that lieutenant, going off of the spelling, I thought lieutenant is a French word. Hopefully I'll be able to loot him without getting caught by anyone else that is still alive. Die faster. Shoot. I did not have more darts. I mean, I got enough, as long as I don't miss. Excuse me. Lean against the tree, but look. There we go. It's kind of incredible that I can aim my blow dart gun from a hiding spot. Oh, there's a fourth guy. Well, I guess I'll just have to shoot him. Or this guy appears to be walking around in the grass. So maybe I can get to him in the grass. Like Neil deGrasse Tyson. I will kneel in the grass. I'm sure he's never heard that one before. Whoop, don't stand up. I was hoping maybe if I target over him, I can whistle. Nope, that's just not a thing in this game. Dang it, I don't want money. I want poison darts. Hang on a sec, let me make sure. Gotta check the bodies. And unequip my poison darts. Target lost? What the? I'm just a little bit down the road. Well, that gave me more poison darts, so okay.
Stop
her! And now I'm unarmed. Nope. Okay, I'm bladed again. Thanks for the cover fire. Don't worry, I'll get. Oh, don't worry, I'll get him. I'll get him. Just not this time, apparently. It's just sort of kind of cutscene, but in-engine cutscene. Or if there's maybe a way I can get up there faster than he can. Okay, Fall off the stairs again. Yeah, it's kind of reminiscent of Assassin's Creed 2. Oh, I thought there was going to be a gate there. Nope. I went around for nothing. Come on. Come on, Lieutenant. Oh.
I suppose interrogation's out of the question now.
There are quicker ways to get at the truth.
I mean, I don't know. Killing a guy and then performing a seance to interrogate his ghost, that's not pretty quick. I don't know why you were thinking that. Jeez, this prison cell looks like a zoo cage.
Does this mean we don't get aboard the workship?
Workship? Where is this workship bound?
Away from this wretched colony forever, that's all I know.
All right, everybody out. Come with me.
I'm going to die in this cesspool of a territory, aren't I?
Aveline, you'd better make yourself scarce before you incite any more gratitude. I'll escort these people back to Sans Danger.
Confident that Governor Ulloa is behind the disappearances in New Orleans, Aveline puts her plan into motion to lure him out of La Belize, where he seldom leaves. Which involves me going to my assassin headquarters. Let me just double check the map, make sure they didn't add new stuff. Business rival? Well, we definitely got to check that out. There's 2 of them. I'm pretty sure those were shops, so are they shops I can now buy? You know, that's the sound I make when I suspect someone is an assassin. Just, Okay, there is an alley here. Locate and kill the business rival. Oh, it's a side mission.
Mademoiselle Aveline, perhaps you have noticed prices are higher in the market.
A trick of the enemy, I presume?
Indeed. An extortionist named Rattel. He intimidates the merchants and steals their profits. To compensate, they demand more for their goods, and they give less in trade.
Time for an economic adjustment.
Yes. Find him near the docks and adjust him. We will all reap the reward.
Great, see you later then. Don't know what those guys are doing to that guy, but I better get out of here before I get detected. In fact, I will do the smart thing and stick to the streets and not risk going on the roofs. Which is, as I keep saying, like, oh yeah, I learned that from Assassin's Creed 1, and then I keep forgetting the lesson. Sure, I'm tempted to pickpocket this guy, but I don't want to risk detection. I'm kind of already risking it. He's going to turn red. Oh, the red triangle. Oh, no. Alright, we're good. In fact, it might be appropriate to get on a roof now. So I can just peer down and shoot him and then casually walk away. Hit my head on the wall of the jail where the 2 of us live today. That's not quite how those lyrics go, but I thought it was a funny reference to make anyway. Low gun is great. Don't kill the target myself. Don't kill him myself. Well, how else can I kill him? I don't have recruits. Okay. Why don't we go do the other one too? Why not? I feel like last stream was maybe a little short, so let's make this one a little long to compensate. You know, it's like pants legs. And those shops are closed. Can I go over and buy them? I'll try to do that too after we do this. And I haven't forgotten to read I said I was going to read the diary. I will do that too. Just want to do these first, and then we'll end with the diary. Excuse me. Oh, come on. Get out of the way, barricade. Excuse me. Stop burping. You know, I don't really know the graphical differences between the Vita and the 3DS. I'm inclined to say they're pretty on par, but you know, for being a Vita game, I definitely think there I go again, mixing up the names. Liberation, perfectly acceptable Assassin's Creed title on the Vita. Considering how probably worse the DS Assassin's Creeds were, like I'm very confident in saying they probably were not at all Assassin's Creed feeling. They probably were a different gameplay style entirely because of, you know, kind of a necessity of the hardware not being able to be 3D like this.
Your crusade against seedy elements has revealed enemy activity at unfathomable depths.
In this town, even the underbelly has an underbelly. How low have they gone now?
I have a sinking feeling about this one. The most disreputable Monsieur de Vandal sabotages rival ships.
I will find him and bring him to the surface.
The way I was moving the camera... Oh, it's time. Go to the docks. The way I was moving the camera, I was making how his shins were rendered. I was making that change. Yeah, because the DS is pretty weak hardware. It's like a little stronger than the 64. Like, well, I don't even know about that, but I do know that there is Super Mario 64, and then there is Super Mario 64 DS, which has more content and looks better, a little bit better. So I don't know if that's just Nintendo having better optimization, you know, knowing how to do stuff like that better now, or if the DS was just like a stronger 64. But I want to say Nintendo's handhelds have always kind of been like that, where it's like a stronger version of the previous generation console, because I think the Game Boy was around, like, released around the SNES era, and kind of was like a slightly stronger NES in some ways. Defend the ship and kill my target. Okay. I will defend it by killing these guys first, I guess. Come on, I was doing the kill you by kicking you in the water. Dang. Environmental takedown. I'm tempted to shoot him, but I want the bonus. Okay, I can't just run and go get the guy. So yeah, I don't know that there's been a portable Assassin's Creed experience as equal to this game. Because I don't think this is a bad game. It's just, in my opinion, not the best Well, no one's shocked for me to say this game that people don't really know in the series is not the best one. Like, my favorites are still Revelations and 3. And I might, maybe now I might be more inclined to say Revelations is my favorite. But I really like both that and 3. I know that now, and I don't know that I'll be walking away from this saying that Liberation is my new favorite. Although, you know, I did start the stream complaining a lot about the disguise mechanic. And all this gameplay that I've had where I have been in the one disguise the whole time, I have not had any problems, so definitely would not call this a bad game. It's, again, the whole thing I'm trying to get at is, like, for the like first proper Assassin's Creed experience on the Vita or on a handheld, it's good. It is good handheld Assassin's Creed. It actually is Assassin's Creed on a handheld. That's kind of impressive. I don't know that this necessarily needed to be on the Vita to exist, but maybe it did. Maybe the Vita was more powerful than the 3DS. There's a ghost over there. Ah. Okay, let me go check one of those closed shops, like I said I would. See if I can buy it. I am pretty curious, actually, if Liberation could have existed on the 3DS and they just didn't. Oh yeah, there we go. I'll buy these off screen. I don't want to bloat this stream doing all the stuff I could have been doing off screen. A few points I really should have done, but I wanted to make sure I did them while I could, and make sure I didn't get locked into the lady outfit again. Diary, right. Yeah, I'm curious if this could have run on 3DS hardware and they just didn't. But at least thinking about what 3D 3DS games I know of, they would not have. I don't know that they could have been like. I don't know that the hardware could have done this. But not eggs. Wait. 2 of 12 eggs. Is that to sell? Am I supposed to be selling these things? Okay, let me take a moment to get some water. I bumped my headphones on the pop filter, apparently. Today, M gives me book and pencil for practice lessons. A also. M say book is rare, but better than tracing in the sand. It is gift because we learn well. He is kind. I must keep book hidden. Books not allowed for slaves. Wait. Apparently I don't have all the pages. Maybe I'll just save this for another time then. I think there is one more area, so that might have more pages. I don't remember if it had any real collectibles, but yeah, I'll wait for that point. I had pretty decent time playing this game tonight, so that's good. That's a good sign. And like I said, I think the guy's mechanic is a cool idea, as long as I'm not getting locked in outfits between missions. But it's whatever, you know. I got to do the stuff I wanted to do, and that's fine. So, yeah, hopefully the guy's mechanic will be something that comes up a few more times where I get to pick between one outfit or another to handle a situation. I remember at least one more situation where there were different ways to go about it based on what disguise you equipped. So there should at least be one more. And I'm not going to judge this game too harshly if it doesn't utilize the guy's mechanic to its fullest. Because if I could just play the whole game in the assassin outfit, no problem, that's good enough. Like, sure, it's a shame that they didn't if they don't utilize the mechanic, but again, it's perfectly serviceable Assassin's Creed game. So, thanks for watching. We'll play more on Friday, and I'll go buy shops off screen. Buy shops. Buy.